Welcome to Elaine Clark VO Real Talking Tips, where it's all about communication. I'm the author of There's Money Where Your Mouth Is, a complete insider's guide to earning income and building a career in voiceovers, and Voiceovers for Podcasting, how to develop a career and make a profit. I'm also the creator of 2 Elaine Clark apps, Activate Your Voice, 5-minute exercises to strengthen your speaking voice, and Adding Melody to Your Voice, speech improvement instruction and workout. This first series of micro-learning lessons is 52 weeks, so subscribe and tune in each week to Real Talking Tips for a new communication lesson. Episode 27. Word emphasis. Put a dot on that. Real Talking Tips Episode 27 begins the second half of my top 52 public speaking lessons and voiceover tips. This podcast kicks off with a mini-series of 11 ways to add word emphasis to speech, presentations, and voiceover recordings. We'll be using the word emphasis chart found on my ElaineClarkVO.com/podcast page. In my books, There's Money Where Your Mouth Is and Voiceovers for Podcasting, and explored further in the video and interactive practice areas in my app, Adding Melody to Your Voice. The 11 word emphasis chart areas include a dot, caret up, caret down, wiggle, stretch, parenthetical, dip down, singsong, hook, arrow up, arrow down, beat shift, and transition. We'll begin with a dot, a firm, crisply stated word spoken in a short, staccato manner. Word emphasis. Add a short, crisp, staccato movement to put a dot on a word. We established in previous episodes that speech is musical. When a specific word is spoken in a quick, staccato manner, it changes the tempo and tune of the speaking voice while adding emphasis and focus to that word. Typically, short words that contain a T, K, P, B, and D articulator are quicker than the longer words in a sentence. For example, that, kick, put, but, do. The dot can also be applied to longer words like exceptional, hippopotamus, revolutionary, breakfast, and fabulous. Of course, tapping the articulators in those multisyllable words helps punctuate that quick, staccato sound. Here are 4 ways to add brevity and focus to a dot word. As an example, I'll say the word that 4 different ways. 1. Finger flick. The index finger snaps down and up. That. 2. 3-finger flick. The index, middle finger, and thumb touching. The finger combination snaps down and up. That. 3. Knuckle. Politicians and public speakers often prefer to point with a knuckle to soften the intention. That. 4. Nod. Word focus doesn't have to be limited to the hands. A quick affirmative nod can achieve the same crisp and emphatic emphasis. That. When adding brevity and crispness to a specific word, it's important that the corresponding action starts on the very first letter of the word and ends on the final letter sound. Once again, that's where speech and movements must be coordinated. Practice coordinating your voice and gestures. It takes practice for a speaker to become dynamically wired for sound. So now it's your time to practice. We'll use the following sentence: you need to go to the store. Notice how the tempo and word focus impacts the meaning and purpose of the message. The following are 5 exercises to add quick emphasis to an individual word. 1. Finger flick. Snap the index finger down and up on the word go, so the focus is on the action of going someplace. You need to go to the store. 2. 3-finger flick. With the index, middle finger, and thumb touching, snap the hand down and up on the word you. You need to go to the store. By emphasizing the word you, the focus shifts to the person. 3. Knuckle. With the knuckle of the bent index finger, quickly snap the knuckle on the word need. You need to go to the store. The keyword need defines why it's important to take a trip to the store. 4. Nod. Give a quick affirmative nod on the word store. You need to go to the store. By nodding on the final word store, the speaker not only defines a location, but adds an affirmative nod to imply agreement. 5. Combination. A combo read is needed when almost everything in the sentence is important and can be a bit of a challenge to execute effectively. We'll need to use both hands and your head. Like the other 4 examples, the tempo will change dramatically, especially when you enunciate and add the final sound to each word. Based on the previous examples, do the 3-finger flick on you, knuckle point on need, index finger point on go, and nod on store. Follow along as we say it slowly. You need to go to the store. Now speed it up. You need to go to the store. There are so many ways to use the Real Talking Tips microlearning lessons to get a better understanding of the speaking voice and how to change and improve speech dynamics, melody, and styles. If you're just now tuning in to Real Talking Tips, I suggest that you start with the first episode and work progressively through the series. For those of you following this podcast, thank you, and it'd be great if you would help spread the word and subscribe, download, share, and add comments. I love hearing from you. You can also reach out to me via my website, ElaineClarkVO.com, if you need personal or group presentation, podcast hosting, or voiceover coaching. I'm Elaine Clark. I'll see you next time when we continue exploring Real Talking Tips. Thanks for joining me on the Real Talking Tips podcast. To find out more, check out my books and apps and visit my website, ElaineClarkVO.com. Let's stay in touch. Become part of the Real Talking Tips community. Hit the subscribe button and use #RealTalkingTips, #ElaineClarkVO. You can also follow me on Twitter @ElaineClarkVO, Instagram ElaineClark.VO, and Facebook Elaine Clark Apps and Books. And don't forget to practice. It's all about communication. Go ahead, click the subscribe button.